In this part, we'll see growth of revolutionary activities, the Ghadr Movement and the Home Rule League. The government's efforts to suppress the nationalists created a reaction in the form of revolutionary terrorism. They gave a call for individual heroic actions and self-sacrifice for the freedom of motherland. The important personalities associated with militant activities include Praful Chakki, Khudiram Bose, Pulin Das, Ashwini Kumar Dutt, Aurobindo, Pramoto Mitra, Jatindranath Banerjee, Barinder Kumar, etc. The activities carried out by these leaders will be covered in a separate video. The combined efforts of revolutionary terrorists, moderates and extremists finally forced the Britishers to reverse the Bengal partition. In 1911, the British government announced the annulment of partition to pacify the Congress. But this did not stop the extremists. They continued their struggle, though the intensity was reduced for the next few years. They once again raised the intensity of the struggle after the beginning of the First World War. The period during the First World War saw two important movements, the Ghadr Movement and the Home Rule League. Let's look at the Ghadr Movement first. The Ghadr Movement began in America much before outbreak of the First World War. Sohan Singh Bhakna, Taraknath Das and Har Dayal came together in San Francisco to protest against the strict American immigration laws. They expected the British Indian government to negotiate with the Americans, but the British government was reluctant. Indians in America who felt that these laws were racist came out in support of them. The group started publishing a weekly called Ghadr, which means revolution. These Ghadrites saw an opportunity to free India after the outbreak of the First World War. Thousands of Indians started returning to India and formed links with revolutionaries like Rasbihari Bose and Sachindranath Sanyal. Another incident which inflamed the Ghadr movement was the Komagatu Maru incident on 29 September 1914. A ship full of Sikh and Muslim people who wanted to immigrate to Canada was turned back by the Canadian government. Upon returning to Calcutta port, the travelers clashed with the police, resulting in death of 22 people. This incident added spark to the Ghadrite movement. The Ghadrites and the revolutionaries in India had planned to revolt on 21st February 1915 at several places simultaneously. But the plan was foiled due to betrayal by some of its members. Rasbihari Bose fled to Japan and Sachindranath Sanyal was deported. 47 Ghadrites were executed. This was a major setback for the extremists. They realized that more than individual heroics, the need of the hour was greater mass participation and putting public pressure on the government. In 1914, Tilak was released from the Mandalay exile. In 1915-1916, two new Home Rule Leagues were formed, one under the leadership of Bal Gangadhar Tilak at Pune and other under the leadership of Annie Besant and S. Subramanya Iyer at Madras. It was during this agitation that Tilak gave the popular slogan, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." The two Home Rule Leagues made considerable progress. Even some moderate leaders of Congress later joined them. CH3 and Maratha, the two newspapers of Tilak, and Annie Besant's New India became the organs of Home Rule movement. Unlike the Congress, which met once every year, Home Rule League was a fully devoted organization that worked full-time. Except Gokhale and Firoz Shah Mehta, other leaders in Congress were willing to accept Tilak's leadership. This led to the reunion of moderates and extremists at the historic Lucknow session of 1916. The Lucknow session is also important for one more reason, the Lucknow Pact. The Muslim League was simultaneously holding its own conference at Lucknow in 1916. Both Congress and Muslim League came together and signed the Lucknow Pact. The Lucknow Pact demanded freedom on the basis of dominion status. The Congress accepted Muslim League's demand for separate electorates. The Muslim League accepted Congress's suggestion for underrepresentation in Muslim majority areas of Bengal in return for overrepresentation in Bombay and UP. The last important event of this phase is the August Declaration. The British government wanted Congress's support during the critical time when it was fighting a world war. So Secretary of State Montagu made an offer which came to be known as the August Declaration. The August Declaration promised increasing association of Indians in the administration and progressive realization of responsible government in India as an integral part of the British Empire. The Montagu claims food reforms of 1919 were based on this declaration. This ends the third chapter. Now in the next chapter we are going to see how the nationalist politics changed after the arrival of Mahatma Gandhi.